Good afternoon. Marco Muscat from Tex Mex Bar and Grill on the Strands Lima. Tex Mex out in Marsaxlokk and Oyster Lounge also in Marsaxlokk. I've been asked my opinion with regards certain developments on the restrictions currently imposed on us and the possibility of some of them being lifted. When it was suggested, I believe last week, that us as restaurants were requesting the right, for the lack of a better word, to start asking our patrons to produce a valid vaccine certificate in the hope of having restrictions lifted or certain restrictions lifted. Obviously, there was a big backlash from the public who thought that we were implementing it, and there was mentions in social media of people boycotting these restaurants and establishments and what so on. Unfortunately, as far as I know, it's not the case. We never asked for this privilege. However, at the end of the day, if restrictions are going to be eased, if not totally lifted, I would say it's the way to go, especially in the knowledge that over 90% of the population have already been vaccinated. We do believe that this was the exact reason why we are being vaccinated. Besides that, I would really like to emphasize the point that our industry has taken a direct hit from this pandemic. I'm not saying it's only us. I'm not asking for, what can I say, sympathy or whatsoever. But the truth is that we have been suffering for 18 months and counting, and we still are. We're still obliged to keep distances between tables. We still cannot serve people at our bar. And this is something I'd really like to point out, because there is a difference between bars, restaurants, and proper bar and restaurants as we are. The bar trade is very important to our concept. Besides losing the lion's share of our trade because we have to distance tables, we are losing in totality all our bar trade till today. So obviously, we would definitely appreciate any lifting of restrictions. We would hope that by now they would be totally lifted, as it's obvious to everyone that the restrictions are being ignored in many instances. And this should really serve as the pilot test to see and actually confirm that the cases, thanks the Lord, are still coming down. In the meantime, us as Tex Mex will be going for this concession that the authorities are offering us, seeing that just today it has been announced that distances will be further reduced between tables, more on the terraces and a bit less on the indoors of our establishments, and we will also be allowed to offer limited bar service. So this is the closest we can see to normality, and we will definitely be going for it. I can't see any establishments not. Unfortunately, I would like the public to understand where we're coming from, as the backlash when this was announced was really beyond belief. However, I'm sure that people will be willing to cooperate. Of course, it's going to be an extra expense, as we have incurred many of, to implement all restrictions, because we have to man our door. But yes, it's the way to go. In the meantime, there's many things that could be done to further assist us. But we would also like to show our appreciation for all the assistance that we have received so far. To conclude, I would like to thank, on behalf of myself and all the Tex Mex team, all our past and present clientele, whom we totally appreciate from the bottom of our hearts.